My name is Tyler Acosta, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to throw a baseball properly. So some of the main points that we're going to hit when we talk about our elbow, our shoulder, our hips, and hands and legs. And so how we're going to incorporate those things to help you guys better understand throwing a ball and throwing it efficiently or really harder is I'm going to break those down step by step, but in a basic way. So the first thing we're going to do, we'll start with obviously with baseball here. Most people, when they pick up a ball, they just pick it up with their full hand. They don't know how to throw or anything like that, and they don't know where to place their fingers. But how we do it to start, and how you should basically just be throwing a baseball, is you see these two seams right here, how they kind of like line up this way. So what you want to do is you want to put these two fingers right here, not too close but not too far, right here on this baseball right here, to give it like a four-seam grip is what we call it. There's other grips, obviously, there's other pitches, but just for this example, to make everything easier for you guys, we're going to just do four-seam, because that's the straightest ball you can throw in the baseball world. So let's start with our elbow. So when we're throwing, you kind of see like football players, how they kind of do like this motion right here. Well, it's somewhat the same motion, except for when we're pushing our elbow up here, we don't like to do this fully. But when you're with your elbow, you want to like come from back here to up to kind of give yourself like a field goal post type of thing. But when you're coming down through here with your elbow, you want to stay forward to your target, as with your other hand, you want to reach toward your next target. So say if I'm throwing the ball to her, I want to go here first, arm back. I'll give you guys like a side view. Say I'm facing this way and my target's straight ahead of me. My arm will go here, come forward, and give me that goal post that I have right here. And the next point I want to hit is, we'll start from this position right here, is where our body goes and where certain things should be placed. So when we're I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically when we're throwing, it's like a step motion, so we call it a 1, 2, 3 type of start. So left foot first, then right foot, arm back, arm reach, and arm throw. So that's the full motion right there. And now we're gonna kind of break it down a little bit better. So I just taught you guys the field goal post and how we want to set up our arms here. And when we're warming up, a lot of times you guys want to start with flips just from right here, just to get your arm kind of loose, playing catch your partner, not too far, using you as an example again, but kind of that distance right here, just flicking and getting used to this motion. The next motion I want to teach you guys that's really important is where your fingers and hands should go down after the goal post. So after the goal post, if we just eliminate this hand to make things easier, you want to come down here, and I'm aiming right. When my goal post is here, I want to come straight to her face, and then snap down from this part. So the ball will do something like this, like a backspin motion. Obviously, everyone knows what that is. So when I'm flicking here, it's here to reach, and then pull down through. So that's the basic of just one arm throw, just kind of getting your flicks in. So the next step to throwing is where we will engage our hips now. And say you back up, let's start with you. Yeah, like say he's that far apart from me. So now we do everything, but now we're engaging our hips instead of just sitting from a standstill motion. So what we'll do is we'll turn our hips this way to the side and kind of get my body, nothing else moves but my hips here. It's just my body rotating to face him in a way where I can come here, get my goal post, and come back down straight through to him again. So what it'll look like in full motion, I'm not gonna obviously throw the ball, but it'll look like this. Here to here kind of motion right there. I'll do it again a little bit slower, so it's here, get my hand to reach here, goal post, snap down. And the next type of throw, which is everything's the same, everything stays the same with the four seam and the goal post. That was basically our setup, trying to get our arm warm and our hips engaged in our throw. So the next step now is we want to get what I was just doing is the full motion, the 1, 2, 3 kind of drop step. So what I'll teach you guys here is I'm gonna stand to the side, and say my target's obviously straight ahead of me again. I want to take my left foot and put it in front of me, but keep my weight back here. I'll take my right foot and kind of give myself like a torque motion here. So it's like a left to right, and then it's like when I come here with my left foot, no, I'm kind of switching back and forth. But when I go here left to right, then it's pull. So like that hip turn that we were talking about, now it's all engaged in the throwing motion. So when I come left and go through, this left foot goes in front. Everything is facing my target. So everything we do with baseball, when it comes to throwing, is you want to face your target. That's how you stay the most accurate. And when I'm facing my target with my feet, that engages my hips, and then that brings our follow through a lot harder, and that's how we throw the baseball a little bit harder every time, just because we get that torque from here to here. And that's the motion right there. What I just did was here to here. And like, I don't know if it's because of what we use our hips, but I know that for me when I'm throwing and when I engage my hips to a full like max percent, as outfielders we kind of have to go down here with our left foot. And when we come through, it's all the same motion. Just like I was doing any other throw, that's our basis of our throwing motion. The next part I want to talk about is the full motion follow through with the steps. So I'm going to go through it in a faster motion and explain it one more time. So it's 1, 2, 3, and that's our plant. Our last third step is our plant to give us that power where like when we extend here, just like you extended anything else, we bring our leg up and we extend. That gives us this base right here that we want to start. So when you start with this base right here, I'll do it again, here, up, that's our base, that's our strong base, and then that's our torque through again. So instead of doing our left-right throw, left, right here, that's setting us up for what we do when we're just leg up, down, through, throw. So now when we put that all together, it looks like this. It goes left, right, throw. And now I'll give you guys a better extension of like what I was talking about with the elbow and with the arm. We're gonna go left, right, throw, down, through. And now that's everything I just kind of taught you with the first steps of your throwing to now the last steps of your throwing. So we talked about how we start here and your elbow and everything kind of just stays forward and stays through you. We talked about how our hips turn and we stay here with our base. And then we also talked about taking our steps in and through the baseball and giving us that extension that we need to get here. And that's our power position when we throw. Our power position will be right here because our legs are engaged, our hips are engaged. So is our elbow, our shoulder, and now we just follow through. So basically, why a lot of people can't throw the baseball at max effort or a full effort type of throw or get any power behind the throw. There's some people, you see people like, oh, like shot put it like that. The reason is because when you're trying to shot put something, it's like a push. When a baseball is a pull down, is what we call it. So when like our throws are pull downs from here to here, and we pull straight down. When a shot put is this, and they push out with their shoulder right there. So a lot of times why you guys can't throw the baseball hard or efficiently is because of that. So in conclusion, today I just want to teach you guys how to throw a baseball more properly and how to maybe just improve your throwing and throwing different objects at people, maybe. So thank you, and if you guys have any questions.